In this video, we are going to talk about Warren Buffett, how to achieve a 30% return per year. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Buffett Partnership, Warren Buffett's first investment company, was established when he was just 25 years old. Buffett's investment company operated from 1957 to 1969, with an average return of 29.5% during that period. The fascinating thing about Warren Buffett's investment strategy is that he achieves these high returns by using very basic methods. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, as Buffett puts it. Investing isn't a game where the person with a 160 IQ triumphs over the person with a 130 IQ. Rationality is essential. So, being realistic and adopting straightforward tactics and sticking to them when times get difficult is the secret to achieving high returns. Now, I'd like to show you the 7 investing principles that Buffett used to earn such a high return. But I'm not predicting that you'll make as much money as Buffett. He spent his entire life investing, and he's a very smart guy. Nonetheless, following Warren Buffett's 7 investment principles would significantly improve your average long-term return. Step 1. If business does well, stock usually follows. When Warren Buffett first picked up one of the greatest investment books of all time, Benjamin Graham's The Intelligent Investor, he learned this law. Graham later became Buffett's mentor. One of the laws in the book was very straightforward. The rule persuaded Buffett that when you buy a stock, you own a piece of business, and if their business does well in the long run, the stock will do well as well. So, look for businesses that will lead in the future, have a strong profit margin, are ahead of the market, and are loved by their customers. It doesn't need to be complicated. Stocks are a part of the market, and if their business is successful, you will be successful as well. Step 2. Most news is noise, not news. Buffett may hold a controversial opinion, but most news isn't important when it comes to investing. The thing is, news organizations such as CNBC, news blogs, and financial YouTubers are all paid to get as many views as possible. So, what they do is build as much buzz or tension as possible in order to get certain views and thereby earn more money. Just about 5% of the news should be of interest to you. As Warren Buffett puts it. Stockholders, on the other hand, all too frequently allow their fellow shareholders' capricious and often unreasonable actions to influence their own behavior. Since there is so much talk about markets, the economy, interest rates, stock price behavior, and so on, some investors think it is important to listen to pundits and, worse yet, to act on their advice. Don't be concerned about the pundits, and don't be concerned about the majority of the news. Simply pay attention to the most crucial information. Step 3. When you buy a stock, plan to hold it forever. Now, I'm hoping you've already learned that compound interest is a strong financial concept. You can make a lot of money by allowing dividends or capital gains to accumulate on themselves and rise like a snowball. However, if you are continually buying and selling stocks, you are not allowing compound interest to work for you, and you will lose out on a significant amount of money. That's why they say it's all about the market's time, not the market's timing. So, when you buy a stock, you can intend on owning a higher quality company for the rest of your life. Buffett has owned Coca-Cola, Wells Fargo, and American Express for over 25 years for this reason. According to the great Philip Arthur Fisher, when a common stock is bought, if the job is done right, the time to sell is almost never. Step 4. Only listen to those who you trust and know. The wonderful thing about investing is that we are not on our own. Even Warren Buffett has spent his entire investing career learning from and listening to other investors. Benjamin Graham, his investment mentor when he was younger, showed him the ropes of investing. When he was a little older, he still had Charlie Munger by his side to make sure he was on the right track, and we're fortunate in that we have great investors to listen to and learn from as well. We can see which stocks Warren Buffett purchases each year, as well as his total portfolio. Now, Ray Dalio is often on CNBC sharing his views on various topics, as is Charlie Munger, but the key is to listen to those we know and trust. Do we have to listen to that CNBC pundit who's always spouting off about the latest fad or that new YouTuber with a lot of views promoting Tesla stock? Do they know how to invest? Do they know what each stock's intrinsic value is? As a result, just pay attention to people you know and trust. Step 5. Understand what you are investing in. Understanding the business you're investing in is a very easy concept, but one that not many people follow. When we look at Warren Buffett's portfolio, one thing we find is that many of the companies he owns are very plain. You've got Coca-Cola on your hands. They started out selling soft drinks and have since grown to include food. Southwest Airlines is a commercial airline that generates revenue by selling plane tickets. Furniture Mart is a company that sells furniture. Apple is a technology company that sells iPhones and other products. Before buying a stock, Warren Buffett ensures that he understands the business, and you should do the same. Look at Ford, Toyota, and Tesla if you're into cars. If you're interested in e-commerce, look no further than Amazon and Alibaba. Look at companies like Alphabet, which owns Google and YouTube, if you're interested in the online world. There are stocks available to buy for almost any hobby or interest. Only invest in businesses that you have a good understanding of. Step 6. Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. This is a rule that is particularly applicable in today's market. The thing about today's market conditions is that we've been in a bull market for about 11 years, with stocks up over 300%. When it comes to the stock market, everybody assumes they're geniuses because everything is going up and everybody is making money. This leads to one logical conclusion. Because of their overconfidence and investment skills, everyone becomes greedy. What impact do you think this would have on stock prices? Overinflate rates, to be precise. Because everybody wants to invest, stock prices rise, making it more difficult to find a good deal in the stock market. These are the kinds of moments that we need to be fearful and cautious about our finances, and Buffett is doing just that. He has $128 billion in cash and $214 billion in publicly traded stocks. That's a substantial sum of money in cash. In these market conditions, he's taking a cautious approach. He's been afraid, to put it that way. But you can bet your bottom dollar that as soon as the stock market panics, Warren Buffett's greed will kick in, and he'll be buying up a lot of stocks while they're on sale. Step 7. Buy at a price below intrinsic value. When it comes to investing, if you don't obey this maxim, any of your other rules will be thrown out the window, and your investment plan will be useless. It is not worth an infinite amount, no matter how good the company is, how good the managers are, or how well you understand the company. You must ensure that the price you are paying is less than or equal to the intrinsic value of the item. Allow me to illustrate this a little more thoroughly. Assume you're considering purchasing a Lamborghini. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that this is a fantastic vehicle. There's no question that the designers spent a great deal of time and effort designing this vehicle. But the one question you must ask is if the price is justified. Is it really worth $350,000? Remember that no car is worth an infinite amount of money, and the same is true for businesses and stocks. This is why Warren Buffett believes that no business, no matter how great, is worth an infinite amount of money. Price is what you pay, value is what you get, and to determine the value of a stock, you must first determine its intrinsic value. These 7 principles, in my opinion, are crucial when it comes to investing. You must have the correct mentality, understanding that stock is a part of a company, and if their business succeeds, so will yours. The majority of the news on those financial TV shows and from most YouTubers is noise, not news. When purchasing a stock, the best holding period is indefinite. Never invest in a business that you don't understand. When others are greedy, be afraid, and when others are afraid, be greedy, and just buy a stock at a price that makes sense. If you follow these 7 crucial principles, you'll be able to outsmart the majority of investors. What do you think about our video? Do you want to share any other advice? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.